Hello, this is my first weekly check-in of 2026 following my starting video for this channel. I'm going to be showing the things that I've been working on with my instruments this week. The first instrument is going to be this traveler guitar. I don't even remember what the model is exactly. Their ultralights model typically comes with a single coil here that's been replaced with a humbucker. I have it plugged in, just reading a DI signal, so it's not going to be the most delightful of tones, but I'm going to have working on proper recording and stuff be its own thing that I get to update later. So, starting with the guitar, the first thing I've been working to do is get used to playing it again. And so to do that, I've been starting with obviously an electric guitar, much easier to play than an acoustic guitar, and I've been going with the simple chromatic exercises. So that's one that I was shown very early on in guitar playing. I also did a little bit of the classic. Not as much as you can probably hear. And then another one I also was doing a bit of was a bit of this number where you go. And you do that up all the strings, and then doing it backwards still catches me, but trying to do that one backwards as well. And so my goal for the upcoming week, I'm going to be doing some traveling and will be bringing this guitar with me. The nice thing about it is it packs up pretty light, so if you've never seen how these traveler guitars work, this piece comes off, and it's very simple to put this in a relatively small bag. This kind of goes in the front pouch, and it has a very, very small footprint, and is easy to work with as a result. Okay, putting the guitar away, the other instruments I've been playing around a little bit with is the ocarina. I own several ocarinas. This is the wooden ocarina by SCL with the little Triforce on it. So simple 12-hole, and yeah, they sound pretty good. I haven't been playing anything in particular on them. I find these are probably the easiest pick up and play things that probably require the least amount of practice to upkeep skills in, other than typical woodwind skills that you want to keep up, like your breathing. But compared to the clarinet, breath pressure on these is just nothing in comparison. Right. And of course, the other instrument that I've been working on a little bit is my clarinets. I haven't played it as much as the other two. It's probably my instrument I'm the most skilled at a base level, although unlike the ocarina, the skills on that one do require some effort to upkeep. And so all I've really been trying to do a little bit with the clarinet is get used to, again, doing the basics. I still remember a lot of the fingerings, of course, which is good because, you know, this thing has, look how complicated this thing looks, remembering which of these levers do what. It's one of those weird things where I know it by feel more than I can like point to it. Like I can feel that this is gonna be across the break C, and I know that this will be the C sharp versus this will be the B, for example. So this one thing I'm gonna have to do in particular is I'm gonna have to be looking out for what reeds do I have that are still good. Obviously one way you can check that is just to see how does it respond across the break. I find this reed that's on here right now is maybe a little bit airy, not the most responsive, but it also seems to be responding across the break relatively well. Probably the main thing I've been trying to work on with the clarinet is to get back into the proper articulation techniques. So whenever I was growing up with the clarinet, I was taught to just make a t sound. And so it's kind of blocking air or letting out air by going ta with your tongue coming off the top of your mouth, which is not correct. You put the tip of your tongue to the tip of the reed, and that stops the reed's vibration. And so articulating or tonguing is just supposed to be you lightly touch the tip of the reed with your tongue, and that is the proper articulation for it. So you kind of are blowing and using your tongue as a mute. Versus so this coming week, I'll be playing the guitar to practice a bit more and probably learn some actual songs to go in there rather than just doing these chromatic fingering exercises. And then I'll also be putting some time in on the clarinet to hopefully get myself prepared in case I get asked to play it again at a funeral. Not the most pleasant thing, but I've done it before. And I really need to make sure that I could, for example, play the second verse of Danny Boy an octave up, starting at the high F sharp. So, best of luck to me, I guess. All right, let me know. Well, did you practice anything this week? Did you do anything that was fun with music? I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching.